All right, today we're going to look up, way, way up. We're going to break down the essentials of our planet Earth and its home, the solar system, to really get a handle on our place in the cosmos.
I mean, we've all done this, right? The sun goes down, the sky gets dark, and then it's just filled with all these tiny shining specks of light. But have you ever really stopped to think about what you're actually looking at?
So here's a neat trick to tell what's what. If you look really closely, you'll see that some of those dots twinkle, and others have this really steady, constant glow. Well, the ones that are twinkling, those are stars. They're like giant furnaces, so far away they're just a pinpoint, and they're making their own light. The ones with a steady glow, those are planets. Think of them as giant cosmic mirrors, just reflecting light from a star, usually our sun.
Okay, so besides just stars and planets, what else is actually up there? Let's dive a little deeper.
You know, there's an official name for everything we see out there. They're called celestial bodies. It's really just the catch-all term for the sun, the moon, every planet, every star. Basically, if it's in space and shining, it's a celestial body.
And for centuries, these celestial bodies were humanity's first GPS. Seriously. Ancient travelers would look for patterns in the stars. We call them constellations. A really famous one is the Saptarishi, which is part of Ursa Major. Two of its stars act like pointers, leading your eye directly to the pole star, which, get this, always stays fixed in the northern sky. It's a brilliant natural compass. Now, let's zoom in from that huge night sky right into our own cosmic backyard.
Right at the very heart of our solar system is, of course, the sun. It is a colossal ball of incredibly hot gas, and its gravity is so immense that it holds everything else in place. And just try to wrap your head around this. It's a staggering 150 million kilometers away from us, yet its energy is the source of pretty much all heat and light here on Earth.
And caught in the sun's powerful gravity are the 8 planets. Each one travels on its own fixed path or orbit. So, in order, starting from the sun and going out, we've got Mercury, then Venus, then us, good old Earth. Next up is Mars, the red planet. And then you get to the real giants, Jupiter and Saturn. And way out on the fringes are the ice giants, Uranus and Neptune.
Now, if you ever struggled to remember that exact order, here's a classic trick that works every time. Just remember this sentence. My very efficient mother just served us nuts. The first letter of each word gives you the first letter of each planet, in perfect order. Pretty handy, right?
Okay, let's zoom in even more and talk about home, planet Earth, the third rock from the sun. So here's a little myth we can bust right now. We always picture the Earth as a perfect marble, a perfect sphere. But it's actually not. It's just a tiny bit flattened at the north and south poles and bulges out a little around the equator. This unique, not quite a sphere, Earth-like shape has its own special name. It's a geoid.
And if you ever see a picture of Earth from space, it's pretty obvious why we call it the blue planet. A full 2/3 of its surface is covered by water. It makes our home look like this vibrant, stunning blue marble just floating in the darkness of space.
Of course, Earth has a constant buddy on its journey through space, our moon. And this number, 27 days, is really important. That's how long it takes for the moon to complete one full trip, or one orbit, all the way around us.
But here is where it gets really fascinating. It also takes the moon that exact same amount of time, 27 days, to spin just once on its own axis. And because those two motions are perfectly synchronized, it means we on Earth only ever get to see the same side of the moon. The dark side of the moon isn't always dark, we just never see it from our point of view.
But hey, our solar system isn't just a star and 8 planets. It's actually a surprisingly busy place with a lot going on.
Yeah, besides the planets, our system is full of other stuff. We've put our own human-made satellites into orbit for things like communication and research. There's also a massive belt of asteroids, ancient rocky bodies, mostly hanging out in the space between Mars and Jupiter. And then there are meteoroids, which are smaller chunks of rock. If one of those happens to enter our atmosphere, it burns up and creates that beautiful streak of light we call a shooting star. So now that we've seen all these different pieces, let's zoom all the way out. Let's really try to understand our full place in the universe. We've figured out our most immediate home, right? We live on a planet called Earth, which is a part of the solar system.
But our entire solar system, our sun, all 8 planets, all those asteroids, is just one single star system among literally billions of others inside our home galaxy, which we call the Milky Way.
And the scale just keeps getting more and more mind-boggling. Our Milky Way is just one of millions of galaxies out there, and each one of those is filled with billions of its own stars. All of them together, well, that makes up the known universe. It's a perspective that is almost impossible to truly wrap your head around.
So, the next time you're outside on a clear night, just look up. Remember what you're really seeing. It's not just a bunch of random lights. It's our vast, incredible cosmic neighborhood. So the question is, what will you think about now that you know?